Hey there, thanks for joining me for Bible journaling. Today we are going to be working on day 151 in our Encourage a Moment to Breathe 365-day devotional. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. Let me move my post-it note to the other side. So today's verse is in 2 Corinthians 9:7. And a verse says, "Each person should do as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or out of compulsion, since God loves a cheerful giver." So that's kind of cool. So today is about giving. So let's go ahead and read our story. Maybe we'll see how many, if we get a couple of other girls show up. We gathered in a circle to pray over the women who would be the recipients of the piles of donations collected. The prayers offered were thoughtful and heartfelt. But as the time of prayer tarried, I had a growing conviction. While I could hear the sounds of prayer spoken and held tightly to the hands on either side of me, my own thoughts overwhelmed me. I thought to myself, what we're doing isn't heroic. We had gone to our closets, most of which were overrun with excess, and plucked out a few items we really didn't like anyway. This wasn't a sacrifice. As I glanced at the piles, I saw items pruned from the has no value section. We didn't pull out our favorite sweater as an act of love for the women escaping abuse, nor did we give our best handbag. The items in our midst would be quickly forgotten. Giving out of excess isn't the same as sacrificial giving. Sacrifice is the act of surrendering something prized. Our giving wasn't an act of courage or bravery. Conviction and tears welled up in equal amounts. When it was my turn to pray, I spoke back to the Lord the words He had placed on my heart. Forgive me for giving out of my abundance and then getting puffed up in arrogance about my good work. This act is not heroic. Refine me, Lord. Help me learn to give sacrificially. That moment will not escape my memory. I won't regret saying those words aloud. I am truly grateful for the conviction I experienced that day. While standing in the midst of excess in the circle of community prayer, I pray that moment of refining lasts a lifetime. Please, Lord, continue to draw out the impurities in me. So today, we are supposed to, where condemnation brings shame, conviction from the Lord brings an opportunity for refinement, which leads to freedom. Thank Him for pursuing your heart and refining you. So that's what we're supposed to be doing today. So today is all about being a cheerful giver. So usually I work on my verse on Monday. And I read my story and I work on it and I kind of decide, get a general idea going in my head of what I maybe want to do. But as you know, Monday was Memorial Day. So I got nothing done. That was my own fault of tallying along and not paying attention. And then I don't know what happened to the Tuesday or Wednesday. They sort of shot by and I had Mayana all day. So I didn't really get anything done. So today I have no idea. Last night at about, Mayana stayed at our house until like 10:30. And I'm like, oh, I'll just work on it after she goes home. And that didn't happen either because I was too dang tired for that. I just really wanted to have some Oreo cookies and go to bed. So that's what I did. So I kind of sat there as I was she was sitting with me for a minute, and I got out my book and I read it, and I decided in the spur of the moment, I'm like, I really can't be staying up all night, Lord. So He said that I could do a package today. So that is what we're going to do. No cute little sassy images that I found, or, you know, spent 2 hours trying to figure out what I wanted to do. it popped into my head that we could be, since it's gonna about giving, I could do a package. So that is what I'm going to do. I call that God having pity on me today. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to gesso my page first. I like to do this first so that I don't have to worry about bleed through. And I am planning on doing some watercoloring because when you have no plan, watercoloring works the best for me. So if I put this on here, then we don't have to worry about anything leaking through the other side. And I actually like it because it keeps the page flatter. When I do watercoloring, it gets the page wrinkles up, and I just don't like how that looks. So, I know, terrible, huh? I don't care if it bleeds through a little bit, but I do not want it to wrinkle like this. Alright, let me get my dryer. And we will dry. And you see, I don't know if you can see on screen, but I did some beautiful flowers on the other side. And we'll just dry this up. And then we'll put a second coat on here. I'm going to have to get a new bottle of gesso because this one's running out. So the last couple of videos I've done for Illustrated Faith, for the Less Hustle, More Jesus devotional, I've done some watercoloring, and I kind of used their cards as my inspiration on there with some things, an easy image and some watercoloring. So that is my thought today, is we're going to do that with an easy package and some watercoloring to decorate it up. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit more out of this because I need another coat. So let me shake it. Wham it a couple times. Oh, see? Plenty in there. I'm a use it till it's all gone kind of girl. So this is good for at least another page. Let's get the big blob off there. We don't want that. That was a piece of dried stuff. I really like today's story about how the lady, they were collecting donations for abused women, and they needed some clothes and stuff, and I know we all do it. We go to the closet and we pick out something we really don't care about, and we throw it in the pile, and it's not really a good idea. They deserve to get something a little bit better too than our hand-me-downs that we could care less about. Alright, we'll start with that. We'll give this a quick dry. Flatten it out a little bit. I don't know if you guys are all following along with the devotional and you're reading it every day, but I was reading yesterday's and it was about being in a holding pattern. And I thought that verse yesterday really spoke to me too, because, you know, I felt like lately my life is in a holding pattern. I'm just stuck in this spot. I don't know how I got here. And so sometimes the devotional pages really, it's like, how did you know? And you just, God knows the things you need, and He sends these little messages when you least expect it. Okay, so let's outline our verse. Otherwise I will forget. Okay, so we're 9:7. That's way down here at the bottom. Maybe we'll do, let's do outlining to our underlining today. Hi, Julie. Thanks for coming by. How's your day going? I'm thinking that I don't really love that. Let's see if we can find... Let me get out my pins here. I'm thinking I'll use maybe a colored pen to maybe highlight it a little bit better. How about this green? This is really pretty. Okay, this is number 170, May Green. I'm thinking I'm just going to go... just so we can see it a little bit better, because I couldn't see. That's usually why I do the outlining, because you can see it really well. And I want to remember where I was. Julie's paying bills. That's not very fun, Julie. Okay, so I did have a chance before I came in this morning to hop online, and I found this little... I just typed in present into the Google search thing and then went to images, and I found this little package. So I'm going to kind of use that as my what to draw. Let's rip that page off. So I'm thinking that, yeah, you're not going to see through that. So we're just going to draw it on. I know, it's crazy. So it doesn't look that complicated. It's a box. So let me get, let's see. Let's just do it. Okay, so I want to leave room over here for my title, and I don't care if I paint over all of this, so let's go, let's start, we're going to start with an easy spot, so let's start with this little line right here. Okay, so let's go, and then we'll bring it back, and then we're going to bring this side, just going to go like this. Is my package going to be perfect? No. It's okay. Okay, and then this side's going to go over like this. And then it's going to come around like that. And then we're going to go up. And whoops. We're going to have a little bow here. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, so then we're going to need to have some ribbon. And then over here, we are going to have ribbon. So let's go. And then we're going to have this bow. Okay, so we're going to go, let's go. See, it's not perfect. It's okay. I'm wishing that this was maybe a little straighter, but I'm okay with it. Okay, and then we're going to get out our paint. And I'm just going to use my Illustrated Faith one, because I love the colors in this. And then let's use this number 6 black velvet, silver black velvet brush. And a paper towel. And let's just do some painting. Okay, so I'm going to first put some water on my paints just to get them started. And I'm thinking that I really like the dots I did the other day, so I may do some of those dots around. I may just be crazy and do whimsical painting. I might not even be in the lines. How about that? Okay, so let's see. We've got green down here, so let's do an orange package. Because you know me, I like color. Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven says he thought I couldn't draw. I can't draw. See how terrible it looks? But I'm okay with it because as I was stressing over what I was going to do today, God pointed me to just doing something simple, and He knows I can't draw within reason. I can draw stick figures, I guess. And I probably should have done it in pencil first so that I could erase this line I don't like. But that wasn't in the plan. God didn't say to use a pencil first. God said to just wing it. That's what I got from that. As I was stressing last night that I didn't have anything thought out. Like I said, I usually get up Monday and I take Lexi to school, and then I come home and I check emails and see if I have any orders for the store, and mail things if I need to do that. And then I sit down and I read Thursday's devotional, and then I spend a good hour or so after I've kind of come up with what I want to do, searching for an image that I want to do. It's not like I just sit there and 2 seconds later I find that. And then I have to print it out and resize it and stick it in here and trace it and all that stuff. So it's a process. It's not instant. So last night as I was sitting there in my chair with Mayana, who was not falling asleep, stressing about it, that it was this morning, I hadn't done it yet, it just came to me that I could just do a package. And since I like how the popsicle turned out earlier this week, I thought that would be fine. So I guess I did get some other stuff done this week. I did do a fourth day in my devotional for Illustrated Faith. So I did manage to do that. And that was fun. That kit this month was really fun. I liked it. I liked the colors. I liked the theme. It was very whimsical. Probably could have done too. I could have just painted the page and then drawn the package over the top. That would be cute. Hi, Judy Evans. Oh, you just missed me going on about how I wasn't prepared for today's journaling. So that'll be interesting for you to go back and hear about. And you can see how I drew in this crazy package. All right, I'm thinking we're gonna have a yellow bow. Maybe it's with some red dots. We still got another week of school here. We got all next week, and then Friday school will be out. So I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. Because Lexi will be home. So I'm thinking maybe that we'll do... I'm going to have to probably do videos when everybody's sleeping. And then not do live class until summer's over. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's not even summer yet, and I can't stay on top of things. Thanks, Judy. I found this clip art online this morning, 2 minutes before I had to come in and do our class, and I didn't consider that I wouldn't be able to see it through the page, because on the opposite side of the page is flowers. So I just drew it on there. I'm kind of wishing it was a little less curvy over here, but it's okay. It looks so cute in the picture. But theirs isn't quite as curvy. I should have had mine be a little more straight. Yeah, grandkids. That's exactly it, grandkids. School will be out. Yeah, they have... Lexi's last day is next Friday. She has half a day, so the 8th is her last day. And then Natalie's last day is... She has a whole nother week. But Mayana's been here coming... Her mom was supposed to work... she's supposed to come over a couple of days a week, and she's been here 5 days a week. So that kind of throws me off, too. Even though she doesn't come until, like, 1. Sometimes lunchtime. But they're exhausting. She's only 2. You have to chase her everywhere. So by the time she goes home at 10:30, I'm like, I'm gonna get all this stuff done. That doesn't happen. I just go to bed. I go read my book for a few minutes, and I barely made it through one chapter of my book I was reading last night, and I'm like, I'm just going to sleep now. Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven was already snoring. So I have 5 grandkids. Lexi, my own adopted granddaughter, I'm going to be 6 in July. And then we have Emma, who is 10. Natalie, who is 6. Catherine, who is going to be 2 the end of June. Mayana is going to be 2 in July. And Naomi is 2 months. So we have a few. Okay, let's see here. I'm thinking that red dots. I don't know. Red's going to show up very well. Let's see. Let's try it. So we're already planning on how to entertain the children all summer. I barely make it through the weekend now, so it's going to be a challenge. How old are your grandkids, Judy? Oh, 9 girls. Oh my. That's a bunch. Sounds like our family. We have all girls. We don't have any boys. My daughter Ashley, who has Natalie, Emma, Catherine, and Naomi, she would like to have a boy. She was hoping Naomi was a boy, but she didn't get that. So I don't know if they've decided to try more or just give up. We'll see how it goes. Once Naomi gets a little bit bigger, I'm sure that she's not running around yet. She's already found out that running around after Catherine, who's not 2 yet, and taking care of Naomi is a little bit of work. It's not instant. And they used to live here in town, but now they live in the next town over, so it's like 20 minutes. But she can't just run down the hill and drop them off at our house. She has to actually drive over, or hope that I'll come over and pick one up. And we did go on Friday and trade our car that only holds 5 people for something a little bit bigger so that we could pick more up. Although Ashley's going to need one of those cargo vans at the rate she's going. We do have the pool in the back, so Mike put up the pool here the 12th, so we do have that. We're trying to figure out how we can heat it a little bit. Because I went out there the other day and it was... The kids are like, are you going to get in? I'm like, heck no, it's 68 degrees. It's freezing in there. They don't care. They just get in. Crazy children. They wanted to go out there and get in the pool the other day at 8 o'clock in the morning. I told them that was too early. They'd have to wait. They made it to 10. And then they were in the pool, and Mike came home. He's like, what do you think you're doing getting in that pool? We're going to get in the... Grammy said we could get in the pool. I'm like, just let them do it. They'll get out soon. They did. I don't think they lasted 10 minutes, and they were out of there. Because it was really cold. It wasn't even warm outside. It was freezing. Especially at 10 in the morning. Yesterday after school, we had one of the neighbor kids. He came over to jump on the trampoline. He's James. He's 10. And he's like, can we get in the pool today? I'm like, no, we're not getting in the pool today. But it's 100 outside. I'm like, no. It's more like 62. So I had to go look it up. It was actually 60. But the wind was blowing, and the wind was so cold. It must have been at least 50, the wind. And I'm like, you are not getting in that thing. You will freeze. They don't care. Bye, Judy. Have a great day. Children are resilient. So we can pick up some of this water drop here. Kind of move it around so it dries a little bit better. Alright, and then let's do some splatters. We can't have not have splatters. Maybe I should put my paper on top of this over here so we don't splatter this. Make a big mess. I should have just splattered this whole package. Put some of this gold shimmery on there. Okay, let's see here. I wanted to do what do I got on this side? This side, I really like the words on this side. What do we got in here? Ooh, ink pen. We're done with this. Let's put this over here. All right, let's see what alphabets we got. Okay, we got a pile of alphabets. Let's see here. I wanted to say, be a giver. And this is the Doodlebug Design Skinny cardstock stickers. wonder if, I don't know if I love that. I wonder if these peel back up. No. Okay, so after you put them down, do not peel them back up. Good to know. Move this over here so I don't spill it. I didn't leave me much room there, did I? I should have maybe used a little bit smaller alphabet. That's all right.
Every night I'm going on the grid, texting back. I want you, hit you up. I'm on the other side. I miss you, miss you. Take you off. I came in way too strong, cannot keep it low key. Got me drugged, your pheromones hit the roof. Auto, your taste. It's really a bad reception out there. Where you heading? Why ain't gravity pulling you in closer to me?
Alrighty, guys. So there we go. I think it turned out okay for just winging it for today. But yep, I've got my title and I've got a pretty picture that I'm happy with. Even though I wish my package was a little bit wider, I'm okay with it. And then I got my journaling, our little prayer down here for me, and then of course the date, so I will remember later on when I'm looking through it that this was the day that I was working on it. So I hope you had fun. If you have a question, leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. Otherwise, I hope you're having a fabulous week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Oh God, have I lost it? But my cravings for you so shit.